Wade and Wade reacts.
We got another Kakarot197 video. Let's check it out.
Being behind the controls of our own mobile suit is probably something most of us Gundam fans dream about. But something we often forget is that it doesn't take a mobile suit to be a badass and kick ass. So in today's list, we're having a look at 5 Universal Century characters who managed to do just that. And for the sake of this list, I am excluding pilots of extremely powerful mobile armors for obvious reasons. And first up on this list is ladies' man Sleggar Law. This ace pilot joined the wide base crew after the Battle of Jaburo and immediately managed to make an impression on everyone, be it good or bad. But once on the battlefield, no one could deny that he was a force to be reckoned with. While he was great behind the controls of the wide base's main gun, his main machine was the Core Booster, a heavy-duty space and atmospheric fighter designed by the Herman company that was more than a match for any mobile suit it met, and with Sleggar behind the controls, its true potential showed. However, it would be during the Battle of Solomon that Sleggar showed just how much of a badass he truly was. With the battle lost, Dozal Zabi boarded the fearsome Big Zam mobile armor in an attempt to buy time for his soldiers to
Terrible
escape.
design.
In the face of this enormous thing, he simply contacted Amuro and the Gundam that they had to take it out. He uttered his now famous last words and rammed his core booster into the Big Zam, creating an opening for Amuro.
So he sacrificed himself. Yeah. Okay. Oh, he was going in too. Oh, that thing got him. He said, "You gonna beat me if I beat us."
In the eyes of Amuro, Dozal was possessed by an evil shadow. But I'm sure that many Zeon fans would have another word to describe Dozal's last stand. Badass. But now one final word about Sleggar. People often talk about Char clones, but this guy has his own small squadron of clones. The legendary Roy Fokker from Across and Mula Flaga. But more about the latter in the alternate universe version of this video. And let's move on from the fly boys to the ground pounders. Even though the Jim is often seen as a weapon that won the Federation the war, one of the most vital pieces of equipment in the Federation's arsenal was the Type 61 tank. Not only was it these machines that managed to fight Zeon into a bitter stalemate, but it was also these machines that served as the main frontline troops during the Federation's first major counterattack, Operation Odessa. So it shouldn't come as a surprise that we have some badasses and tanks in Gundam, just as we do in real life. Introducing Herman Yandall, a slightly crazy but extremely competent tank commander and gunner with 7 confirmed Zaku kills under his name. And immediately upon his introduction, we see that he means business, single-handedly taking out 4 other Type 61 tanks in a mock battle. And he showed the same level of skill in the next real battle. He took out a normal Zaku and the infamous White Ogre Zaku with a combination of planning, battlefield tactics, and a bit of luck.
Straight for the pilot.
Unfortunately, Yandall wasn't able to celebrate his victory for long. In a twist of irony, the Zaku Buster was taken out by a simple infantry unit. Next up, we have Ensign Shiro Amada. And yes, he became a mobile suit pilot, but before that, he made sure to show everyone that he didn't need one to kick ass. During his transfer to Earth, he witnessed a battle between a Federation Gym squad and Zeon's Zaku High Mobility Test Type. Even though the Zaku had just annihilated the Gyms, Shiro was still determined to sortie in a ball and help any potential survivors. Using a piece of debris to sneak up on the Zaku, he was able to surprise it, and then used his rocket anchor to ensnare it.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Now that'll hold ya.
Not only did he manage to fight the Zaku to a standstill, but he also lived the fight another day, in addition to saving one of the gym pilots. And later during the war, Shiro would again show that he didn't need a mobile suit to take out the Zeeks and their Zakus. During a guerrilla attack, he was able to single-handedly take out a Zaku 1 with just a bazooka.
I remember this. Dang. Right between the legs.
Also, in addition to his balls of steel, I think all of his organs are made of steel, because this shouldn't be physically possible.
They got Del too. I won't surrender to you.
That's proof that he was a new type.
And if you want some more ball badassery, I made another video completely dedicated to the legendary B Gundam, which you might want to check out too. And talking about badassery, Bright Noah. Taking command of the Earth Federation's most powerful warship at the age of 19 and being pursued by one of Zeon's most deadly aces, he was entrusted with a lot of responsibility from the get-go. But he managed to deal with it in the best way possible. Under his command and with his methods, the crew of the Wide Base was transformed from a ragtag group of survivors to one of the Federation's best assets. During the final battle of the One-Year War, the Wide Base even became the rallying point for the fleet after the devastating solar ray attack. But despite this, he, alongside with the rest of the Wide Base crew, were largely disregarded by the Federation after the war. Bright was promoted to commander, but was then largely used as a glorified taxi driver by the Federation top brass. Not one to take this lying down, he defected to the AUG and eventually took control of their entire fleet. And then when the AUG folded back into the Federation, Bright showed them what the Titans should have been, by being in command of Londo Bell and playing a pivotal role in both the second and third Neo-Zeon War. And did I mention the Bright Slap? Because man, does this guy have a strong right hook that can turn any whiny kid into an ace pilot in no time.
Dang.
殴ったね。ブライトさん。
殴ってなぜ悪いか。貴様はいい。そしてわめいていれば気分も晴れるんだからな。
僕がそんなに安っぽい人間ですか。
Bright was without a doubt one of the most competent and experienced battlefield commanders in all of Gundam, respected by both friend and foe. If I had to serve under any Gundam captain, I'd happily entrust my life to Bright.
よし、三段構えだ。ルナ2から敵の援軍が来る前に蹴りをつけるぞ。すまんが、みんなの命をくれ。
And before we move on to the final pick of this list, here is an honorable mention for every Zeon soldier who piloted a WAPA and used it to put a magnetic mine on a Federation mobile suit. It's gotta take some serious balls to pull that off. Then last but definitely not least, we have the Federation's anti-mobile suit squads. Honestly, every single one of these men could be put on this list. These squads were typically ill-equipped for the job, using either bazookas or the wire-guided Regina anti-mobile suit missile. The former were often nicknamed bamboo spears by Japanese soldiers. This was most likely a reference to Japan in the closing days of the Second World War. Faced with an impending American invasion and a short supply of absolutely everything, it was decided that the Japanese people would be trained with bamboo spears to attack enemy paratroopers, who had much better equipment.
Take us
And
a real
with
life
this
history
historical
right here.
background in mind, I think the comparison should speak for itself. Then the latter were essentially upscaled anti-tank
Hearing that
squads
Tomino was
with a
from
more
this era
powerful
makes
missile
a whole lot
that
of
could
sense.
actually damage and take out a mobile suit when used correctly. And while this might sound pretty good on paper, the reality was much more grim. These squads were most often used to cover for fleeing or regrouping Allied units. As a result, they saw heavy casualties, and by April there was only one squad still operating in the European theater. Lieutenant Ben Barbary's anti-mobile suit specialist platoon belonging to the 44th Mechanized Composite Regiment. Hastily re-equipped with raw recruits, they were tasked with taking out 3 Zakus, all by themselves. The first one went down easily enough thanks to their ambush, but once their positions were revealed, they were taken out one by one, all except for Lieutenant Barbary.
Ooh. The force of that would have killed him in real life. Oh.
Just when he thought he'd survived yet another battle, the 3rd Zaku showed up. Without any weapons left, he unholstered his pistol and emptied it at the Zaku. He died after having destroyed 13 mobile suits.
Dang.
A kill count not even many mobile suit pilots could get. And those are my picks for 5 badasses that didn't need a mobile suit to kick ass. Let me know down below which one were your favorites.
Man, the last dude, he could have just been on the list by himself. He destroyed 30 mobile suits. I don't even think anybody else on the list can even compete with him.
Nah, they don't even come close. And like Kakarot said, some mobile suit operators don't even have that on their resume.
Nah.
I really enjoyed this video though, because not only did it show us 5 people who were legendary combatants without mobile suits, but it also gave us a little bit more history about the Universal Century and opened the universe up a little bit more for me.
Yeah. And they could have had some honorable mentions on here because there's a lot of people in Gundam that didn't have no mobile suits. They didn't destroy other mobile suits, but they still got busy.
True. That does it for our reaction to this subscriber request. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comment section. Also, like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you'll never miss a video from Wade and Wade Reacts.
And we're out of here.
Peace.